Forest fires chased us that summer. They drove us from one campsite to another, warning after warning crackling over radios everywhere we visited. We raced along the highway winding around the Ogopogo Lake. Somewhere in the depths, a serpent lay coiled in its watery nest, or so the natives said. Watch for it late into an August night, and you'll see the moonlight shining off of the humps. The lake was deceiving, they said, acted like a mirror, but concealed too much. I remembered the first time you'd come home after fishing. You laid the fish down on the kitchen counter gently. You wanted to pay it some respect after taking its life. It was a good catch. I knew you were proud because you tried so hard to hide it. Corners of your mouth curled down. Could tell you felt guilty too. That was less obvious. Behind us, the monstrous hood of the mountain was violet in the sunset. We couldn't seem to free our little red station wagon from its silhouette. Saw the helicopters buzzing like flies, dipping their tarpaulin catchers into the lake, surrendering white blurs of falling water to the flames. We stopped for roadside pies as the car made its way from town to town. Locals staking it out until the last moment. Cherry and peach and strawberry we had, warmed in the sunshine. Most places were evacuated by the time we passed through, not a car to be found in the streets. Rooms behind lowered blinds and drawn curtains sitting still and useless. It was the silence, yes, the silence, that unnerved me most. I couldn't put my mind at ease in such quiet. Gave me the same feeling I had swimming the Stragmore Bog at summer camp, watching my submerged white legs suspended above the darkness, tips of my toes saved by the last fingers of sunlight reaching down. We kept on southward, past a dilapidated red barn pouring forth the chaos of bats for the night sky to feed. Sometimes it looked like we were driving straight into the fire, echoing in my mind all the while Frost's chant. The woods are lovely, dark and deep. The air was cleansed with the incense of burning trees, smoke as fine as the inside of a seashell. I understood then the heaviness of the word decay, why it took so long to leave the tongue, how the rest of the world would always hurry. We stopped only once, at the stiff curlicue of a doe. I imagined it as an embryo buried deep in nourishing layers, building itself like a grain of sand folded into a clam's mantle. The symmetry of a circle caught me by surprise, perfect in its existence there, at the base of a ponderosa pine. Took me a while to realize that strange excitement I felt was fear. Knew the insides of the burning trees were boiling with sap under the flames. I'd found a piece of amber on the last hike, a clot of tree blood shed upon the ground. Had held it up to the sky and seen the splayed beetle preserved within. Those same rays of sunshine now fed the wind and dried the earth, giving birth to the fire. And the aftermath promised its own kind of macabre beauty. The great cathedral of firs, now a graveyard of blackened stumps, ground littered with tiny white bones, wind no longer pulsing with the bite of fresh pine, acrid. I said, let's turn around. Let's turn around, go back to the lake. We'll park on the shore, unleash the canoe from the rooftop. We'll row through the shallows to the very center, feel the paddles pulling heavily through water lily roots, like fingers in a mass of knotted hair. Let the waves from our boat ripple to the shore, praise the hot cheek of the ground for us. Let's not run, you and I. We'll watch the mountain burn.